Now I request Dr. Uday Salunkhe to reflect his thoughts on the topic of.
I'll touch based on largely with respect to education. And I'm glad, in fact, Dr. Mashilkar has started with blending Goddess Saraswati and with the Goddess Lakshmi. Because in India, normally we see probably Goddess Saraswati is there, but Lakshmi probably far off still. But I'm sure that day is not far off. And probably I think there will be change in the climatic conditions in India, in education point of view. I must mention here, I think we should take a stock of as the old economy and where we are heading to as a creative economy. Again, Dr. Mashilkar and others have very staunchly pinpointed that the innovation is here to rule. And really, if we take a stock of what is an old is typically stability and consolidation, and heading towards today's world, which is in creative economy or knowledge economy, is more with speed and imagination and disruptive innovation. From case studies, we are moving to scenario planning. From enforce order, we are moving to thrive in chaos as well as ambiguity. From tangible assets, we are heading to innovation, which rules. Wherein technology support change, we are moving to technology drive change. Very clearly from transaction and competition, we are moving to relationship and collaboration. From best practices, we are moving to next practices. From price and quality as the differentiator, we are moving to design and innovation as the differentiator. And in this, probably, have we ever defined in our education space? Because if we need to regain our old golden era of Takshashila and Nalanda, where are we? And probably we should really take stock that what are we looking forward to create or develop out of our education? Or are we only happy with whatever being started by Britishers way back, and we are happy with that legacy of 150 years, and we wish to carry on? Somewhere we should take a stock. Do we wish to create thought leaders? Are we looking forward to developing entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs? Are we looking forward to developing not only managers, not only citizen managers, but global citizen managers who believes in PPP kind of model, which is people, planet, and profit, or triple bottom line, which you always talk about? Are we looking forward to young generation with innovation mindset? Or maybe typically one of the best innovation firm like IDEO is talking about T-shaped managers. The breadth of the T is heterogeneity or holistic thinking, and the depth of the T is the interest. As well as, are we trying to nurture a young mindset, not only with the business of business, but with the business of happiness? What is that probably which we are really looking forward to? And if you really take a stock, certain points which are emerging after deliberations with the industry and other stakeholders in the ecosystem of education, and which are the new age opportunities which you can really say, which is clearly heading towards learn, towards unlearn, and even relearn. I'm sure Alvin Toffler always said that in the 21st century, illiterate in the 21st century, not those who cannot read and write, but somebody who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. It's a fact of the life. Somewhere we need to really look at the very recent research of Harvard Business School professors did, Shrikant Datta, David Garvin, and Peter Cullen. And they have come out with a very strong message, 3 points which we should focus on knowing, which is acquisition of the knowledge in the classrooms, doing part of it, application. And third, which is very important, I'm sure a number of the other speakers also pinpointed, is on being part of it. That how we look forward to. In fact, His Excellency, Mr. Bhandari did mention specifically on that point, that how we are looking forward to the future of the society. Next point on this is, in terms of future, looks like continuous, adaptive, and relevant. And the definition of education, we need to probably rephrase it as education is what you remember after you've forgotten what you memorized. It cannot be just monologue, it cannot be just by heart, it cannot be just mugging up in the classroom. The other point which is emerging very strongly for the future is creativity driven, analytical, and entrepreneur. And sometimes we find that popular t-shirt message, I was intelligent till education ruined me. And it's a fact of life. The next probably we will really find, which is far more open source, holistic, and multidisciplinary. And finally in this, which is a trend which is emerging, is media convergence, modular, and replicable. And Albert Einstein very rightly said, it's a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. On this wonderful theme of Maharashtra Economic Summit. I must compliment Uday Salunkhe for his patience, but I must appreciate the patience of the audience sitting like worse than the students for the last 3.5 hours listening to all the speakers. But I'm sure, I think you don't have any choice for some more time. Probably we'll be winding up pretty soon. But on this Advantage Maharashtra, we talk about social media, always Twitter. But tweet, TWIT, tweet, as a forward probably message, 4-alphabet message, which I find which is very important. That first T that we should try to create in education is thinking age. T for thought and thinking age. Are we trying to develop the thinking age as a competitive age for state of Maharashtra? Second, the W is workforce. India is kind of looking forward to youth, our young population. I'm sure, I think we should really look at it, how we should get the best out of our young population. Third, which is I, is integrated learning. We cannot really believe in only typical silos in which we are studying only our marketing, finance, or specific only technical areas. We need to be far more 360-degree or far more sensitized toward other social sciences, anthropology, ethnography, and other areas. And fourth one, which is very important, which is technology. Are we looking at technology as the age to be created for India? And with this tweet, if you follow, I'm more than confident that things will be far different. But are we getting enough of good talents to come to academia, come to education? I'm sure